Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. This is your movie review for Bad Boys for Life, yo. Economics and Comics and GoneWithTheTwins.com. Here to serve up some sickness so you can decide if you want to go see this movie or not, I guess is the best way to put it. Well, this is number 3.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is that while this is the third piece, it's actually done by completely different people. Michael Bay is actually... I'm not even sure if he was...
He didn't do number 2,
I don't
did
think
he?
was... Yeah. He directed...
Well, you can tell.
He directed both 1 and 2, yeah. This one, it's different directors. I don't even know if Michael Bay was a producer on this one.
He's definitely a...
He has a cameo in it.
He has a cameo appearance.
I don't think he has anything to do with the making of this movie, really. And I think you can tell it feels different.
It is.
But for me, I think they did a lot of things right in this one that they failed to do in Bad Boys 2, but also vice versa. Do you want me to elaborate on that right now?
Yeah, go. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
So for me particularly, Bad Boys 2 had several extremely memorable action sequences, especially the Hummer crashing through the shantytown, that chase sequence. Also, there's a very elaborate chase sequence on a highway, boats crashing around. There's even another miniature chase with a morgue van where they're throwing cadavers out the back of the van. All of these action sequences are very elaborate, very well done.
It's Michael
memorable.
Bay.
Yeah. He's kind of known for doing action sequences that are a bit over the top and wild. So this, but in Bad Boys 2, I didn't think the humor landed quite as well. I felt there was a bit too much of a clash. Will Smith was basically playing the straight man, and Martin Lawrence was playing the funny man. But Martin Lawrence would often kind of switch over and try and be the badass character as well. So it felt like they were kind of struggling to find a role for each of those characters. In this one, however, they kind of went the exact reverse. Martin Lawrence is essentially only a comedy role, and Will Smith is still playing the
Look,
badass
I have to
man.
disagree with you, and it's been a long time since I've seen number 2. But Martin Lawrence has always been the comedy relief.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3. He's always been the comedy relief.
Yeah. But in this one, he doesn't also try to be the action star.
He's a cop, dude.
Yeah, but in the previous 2 movies, I felt like there's this struggle where he's also, especially because he used to be the leading man, he's struggling to be both comedy relief half the time, but also half the time he's trying to be the badass hero.
I feel like in 1, 2, and 3, if I recall right, he was always the one on the softer end. He was a good, strong cop, but he had a family, and he always had a family.
Yeah.
So he was always trying to take it easy.
Well, in this one, he's taking it even more easy.
Yeah.
But I felt like the chemistry that they have, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, is better in this one. A lot of the humor lands. I thought it was far funnier. They also bring in a lot of other characters to try and help too with the humor. But,
sorry about the lighting, guys. I think we're having a little lighting problem, and I'm just trying to fix it. For life, yo. So anyway, the first hour sucked. I'm just going to be real. The action was weak. Cast characters like bad guys were stupid. They didn't make... Like, if these guys, actors, are watching and they're badasses or something, sorry, I don't believe it. Don't come after me. But,
the authenticity you didn't buy into.
Like the Cubans and then the Mexican Mafia ain't like that in reality. I mean, not like I'm a super knowledgeable guy.
They aren't DJ Khaled?
Yeah, it's not like... There's just a lot of stuff. I mean, actually, his part was actually pretty realistic, I thought.
Yeah.
He was only in there for a second, but it seemed pretty real to me. But everyone else, I mean, it was more like a who can wear the cooler suit. Some of the stuff was stupid. The chases were stupid. It wasn't Michael Bay quality. But he's right on one thing. So give me that hour that I hated, okay? The comedy started to pick up. Martin took over. And that's, to me, I was looking for that. I was looking for Martin Lawrence to make some funny things. And he had some really funny parts.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, he was always, in all 3 movies, that's what he was there for. So it's funny. He's older. He's more out of shape. And he just does funny older people stuff, And his comments are still hilarious.
Well, I definitely...
Save the movie.
I definitely think they upped the game on the comedy aspect, but then the action is
that's what you miss without Michael Bay. Without, I mean, if you saw,
I
we've been
think
talking about
when we
Six
walked out of that
Underground.
movie, there's not even a single scene where I recall thinking, "Oh, that was an amazing action."
Yeah,
scene.
the action sequence, like one of the biggest action sequences, it's not really spoilers, motorcycle chase. And it's pretty whacked. It's pretty bad. And
There's nothing special about it.
No.
So even if they're competently, and you didn't think they were competently choreographed or filmed.
I thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was funny. I don't buy half the stuff. It's just...
There's
that's
a
why
trend.
I'm looking at movies now. I don't buy it. I don't think it's...
There's a trend lately, and especially off the popularity of things like Fast and the Furious and Mission Impossible and Expendables. They have this concept where even though you've got your main star, or main stars in this case, they feel like they have to bring in a team to help out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. On this one, I think it actually helps a little bit. So I kind of liked some of these new characters they bring in. The AMMO stands for something, but
they never even told you what it stands for.
No, they did. I can't remember what it stood for, but it was some.
It's like a cyber tech.
Techie, futuristic sort of police unit, elite police unit, and it's led by Rita, and it has Vanessa Hudgens as one of the characters, and they've got a couple other. They do a funny kind of role reversal where the tech guy is this huge, really muscular guy. But I thought those characters were decently.
They were
interesting.
They were fun.
Yeah, and they added a little bit to the humor. Too.
But yeah, I agree with you. Although I say you said like Fast and the Furious, I think honestly, originally Bad Boys, the first one, was the first Fast and the Furious. I think Fast and Furious stole from them.
Both Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2 didn't really rely on the bringing a team
extra
together.
cast. I know, but I don't really want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. And it's nothing against society or anything like that, but we know social justice warriors, social issues, and everything's got to be. You got to add. I'm not racist at all. I don't even know why I'm saying this, but it seems like you have to have one of every race in the movies now, and you just got to keep adding and adding and adding and adding on, because you have to do it or you won't be accepted or something.
Diversity is important, but I
get that, but
it is very noticeable that they have one Asian person and one Spanish person and one
white person.
Well, in this movie, because your stars are both African American, they have to basically put in a token white guy in the group.
It's kind of funny. It's a token white guy, but I see that, and I guess that's the way society is now and everything, but
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but it's in everything now.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not trying to conform or whatever. I don't know where this is going. I'm not trying to speak negative about this at all, but I'm starting to notice it a lot. And although they made up a great team and I enjoyed their presence in this movie, it's like, okay, we got two old guys. We need the younger generation coming. And you know what's going to happen? I know exactly what's going to happen. You're right about the Fast and the Furious and stuff. That they kind of hint to there's going to be another movie.
Yeah. If they do another movie, don't you think it's going to be just like the new Fast and the Furious movies?
I think it's going to be with the younger. You know how I can't really say too much, but let's just say the bad guy gets another chance. And he's a younger guy, just like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, they do this exactly.
And then they're going to take that other ammo team, the younger team, and they're going to put them together, and they're going to have Bad Boys 4 with like a whole new people.
Sure.
And they're going to
they can start over again.
It's going to be FF or I shouldn't have said FF because Fast and the Furious, but Bad Boys 4.
Yeah,
4 of them.
But that's the way a lot of films are going. They like that ensemble group for their action.
I just don't think this movie is going to make enough money. It might just because of old schoolers like me that have to go see it because I saw all the rest. But it's not really great.
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was, especially the trailers, I think were fairly weak. So I went in kind of...
They hit you with the comedy in the trailers a lot.
I try to avoid trailers at all costs, but I can't remember what. I probably was in front of another screening, but I ended up seeing a trailer for this one, and I went in with very low expectations because I didn't find anything in the trailer very interesting or funny or action-wise. So when the film gets going, I think
the trailer wasn't good.
Once the humor hits, I think it really
And it takes an
elevated
hour.
it. Yeah, it's a
took
little slow.
almost an hour. It was
Also, I think the big problem is the way the film opens. They pull back
God.
the comedy a bit, and they make it super violent for no reason. And while all the Bad Boy movies have been fairly violent, this one, in the first 10 minutes, you have like 4 people's throats cut and like 5 people have their heads blown off. And I'm just like, it seems so excessive.
It's normal now.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty normal. I don't know. I mean, I'm desensitized quite a bit to those kind of things,
too.
but it's still pretty noticeable that this is what happened to the fun-loving kind of action movies with comedy mixed in. I didn't feel that at all until probably about an hour in, like you said. But once you get past that point, the comedy, I think, really works well. So. And it certainly was better than I thought.
Yeah,
it was gonna be.
it's quite a long build-up to get to where they need to go in this movie. Because a lot of things happen in the beginning that you're like, oh man, is this going to go a whole nother way? I was like kind of hoping that it went another way.
Yeah. It's the story
Which is
plot-wise, it's pretty basic. There's nothing... It's
Well, I was
the same
hoping one of
thing.
the major characters wasn't in the rest of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you think like, ooh, this is going to be really interesting? But it was okay.
That's another reason not to watch trailers, is because you kind of set yourself up to or know what's coming.
I don't know. Overall, I think it was fun. I thought the humor was okay, but I think it was a dog.
Yeah, it's a letdown that the action sequences weren't more memorable.
And that's when I asked him, did Michael Bay do it? And said, no. I said, this is gonna be bad.
But I thought the humor was great. So. I laughed at many points throughout the film, and I didn't think I would. So.
It's all Martin.
Yeah,
It was all
almost,
Martin.
Almost all.
That
of
was
his
all the
parts.
funny parts. Sorry, Will.
But he's playing the hero straight guy. So
Yeah, but sometimes he's fun. What is
Yeah.
Martin a not hero, not straight guy? I don't get.
Yeah,
it.
it's the classic comedy
But
duo.
Martin's straight.
Yeah, but it comes
Is that
from
what you're
things
talking
like
about?
Laurel and Hardy and from way back in the day. What that original style of comedy
Sure,
is you
good,
have
yeah.
one straight man and one funny man.
Or a good cop, bad cop, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm going back further than before all that stuff. That's the originations of comedies.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't think that
I don't.
Joaquin Phoenix is going to win Best Actor. He doesn't think. I can't wait. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of weird commentary.
Yeah.
But that's what we're here for, to keep going.
We're keeping it real.
Oh, next week, I'm super excited. What's coming up?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if it's next week. It might be the week after.
It's the
but
Guy movie.
The Guy Ritchie's movie, The Gentleman.
The Gentleman. Dude, that's going to be fire. That's going to be fire. That's the guy that did Snatch.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking
Oh,
Barrels.
God, I can't wait. I guarantee that'll be a good review. I hope.
Swept Away.
I've been hearing things. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. Go check out GoneWithTheTwins.com and leave a comment if you go and see this. Tell me what you think. I think overall the humor was really funny, but the action was, and a lot of stuff was unbelievable, just in regard to the portrayal of certain types of villains, and I just didn't.
Well, as it
Everyone
happens with
tries to act so hard.
lot of films these days, especially action movies, the villain is always very subpar. They don't spend a lot of time building an interesting villain. That's why when you look back at movies like Die Hard, there's a reason that one has stood the test of time. It's because that villain is so good, as well as
Or No Country for Old Men.
Well, it's far and few between when you've got films that really have a memorable villain. And Bad Boys for Life, once again, I don't think they really grasped what makes a very interesting villain. It was very cookie cutter and some things we've seen a million times before. But.
Who knows what their ideas are? I mean, they probably are going to go young and keep going with this. If they're really trying to do a Fast and Furious type thing, it kind of hinted that they were going to do that, but I don't think this movie's going to make enough money for them to even consider it, unless Michael Bay comes back, because that's the worst part of this movie.
Well, also the fact that Michael Bay's not part of it might mean the budget was a lot lower, and maybe they were able to make it for less, in which case, if it does fairly well, that will be a bigger success. Whereas if you bring Michael Bay in, you're spending $200 million making the movie, and then it needs to, make it.
Yeah, but then it would kill.
Yeah,
you
maybe.
know it would kill. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Joel.
Yeah,
thanks for taking me. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Bad Boys for Life, yeah. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you want to use any of these coupon codes, go ahead. It's all there for you to use and abuse. Please check out this sick video next. And again, please hit that like button, throw a comment down, and please subscribe. Love you guys. Stay sick. See you later.